CJ Stroud has signed his contract. Training camp's a couple days away. Let's talk about it in the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the locker room on YouTube. You know what it is. Let's get it. Hey. Locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every is what we really do. We the source. We the pulse of the city too.
All right, so as expected, CJ Stroud has signed his contract, and it is a historic contract in one respect. It is the locker room number one source for Texans daily digital content. I'm Landry Locker. You can hear me Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Sports Radio 610. Before we get into the historic signing of this contract, I want you to subscribe, right along. Going to be at training camp in 2 days. Going to be on the 50-yard line watching CJ Stroud, talking to CJ Stroud, talking to his teammates. We'll talk to him throughout the season as well, and we will bring you the best coverage possible. But let's hear from the man himself. This was CJ Stroud's media availability. The only time that he's there's been 2 times, but the only time not involving the draft that he has spoken to the Houston media. Here's CJ Stroud talking about his focus heading into his rookie season as potentially, maybe definitely, the starting quarterback of your Houston Texans. Here is CJ Stroud talking about where his focus is, because it's easy to lose focus. We've seen that a couple times. Here's CJ Stroud, though.
The one thing that kind of sticks out for me is just keep the main thing. If you take care of football, then everything will take care of itself. So right now, just trying to really just focus on ball. Everything else, I'm trying to do my best to have people figure things out for me, and of course, trust people on my team and things like that. But for right now, man, it's just really for me football. I'm here all day, every day, and trying to get better. So that's what probably the best advice I've gotten so far is just keep the main thing.
Keep the main thing the main thing. And that is good advice. Sometimes it is easier said than done. But that's what CJ says he's trying to do. And that's what you hope he will do. And I don't think that's going to be too difficult from him. Now, how good of a for him, how good of a quarterback is he going to be? That's to be determined. Could there be struggles? Absolutely. Will there be struggles? Absolutely. Is the team around him going to put him in position to succeed? That's to be determined. But you look at some of the better quarterbacks in the league, they have their struggles. And sometimes after their first year, you kind of figure out how you have to go help them. Joe Burrow, you needed to go get Jamar Chase. You needed to get a wide receiver. You needed to kind of tweak that offensive line, although he was still succeeding without the offensive line. Trevor Lawrence, you need to invest heavily in weapons. They did that. They put him in position to succeed. So it's going to be a fluid process. It's going to be an ongoing process. It's going to be one that Texans fans are going to probably be willing to be patient with because there is a lot of excitement and there does seem to be some direction. But CJ Stroud has signed his contract, and it is a historic one. Stroud gets the $36.3 million total. He gets a bonus of 23.38 as expected. All of it is fully guaranteed, but he gets the entire bonus immediately, which according to Ian Rappaport is a first. I always assumed, me being the non-contract dude that I am, that you always got the signing bonus immediately, but CJ gets that. And David Mulligetta doing David Mulligetta things. Got to think this is going to be kind of a trend. You pay the money immediately. I'm sure CJ puts it in the bank, just lets it pile up. And figures out what he wants to do. But a historic accomplishment for David Mulligetta. Tell me if you've heard that before. And CJ gets it all up front. No surprise. Wasn't even one of the top 10 stories on ESPN.com, their NFL section, because you knew it was going to happen. Bryce Young got his deal. It's a scaled contract, and CJ gets his. Now, there are some questions about CJ Stroud. Is he going to be the starting quarterback? When are they going to announce him as the starting quarterback? What's he going to look like? Kind of a fluid thing that we will see shape up in a couple of days. Going to have the ultimate preview dropping tomorrow at 5 p.m. 5 p.m. The Texans ultimate training camp preview. We'll get a little bit more into CJ Stroud, but I want to discuss something that I threw out on Twitter about CJ Stroud. And I got about 100 different answers. What is CJ Stroud's comp as an NFL player? Who do you compare CJ Stroud to? I've heard Jared Goff a lot. I've heard Dak, although he's probably got better arm talent than Dak. He says he models his game after Joe Burrow. A lot of people roll their eyes at that. But as far as the actual traits and abilities, might not be too far-fetched, although you can't teach a lot of the stuff that Joe Burrow has. But what is your CJ Stroud comp? This was when I posed it on Twitter, and you got a lot of comments. Someone said Randall Cunningham. I don't really understand that. I think Randall Cunningham was a little bit more mobile. Jay White said nobody until he actually plays NFL games. That's just corny as hell. David said nobody till you see NFL defenses. Notice both of these guys have dog picks. What's the deal with guys with dog picks just being weasels online? I don't understand that. Just keep it moving. Can't compare. Like that's just have some sort of imagination. We have a Jared Goff, poor man's Warren Moon. Have to wait and see. Another weasel comment. Justin Fields, they're nothing alike. Michael G says Goff, Dak, and Burrow. Those are three that I've heard that I threw out there. Another Joe Burrow. Floor is Dak, ceiling is Burrow. Someone said Vince Young, hit him with a race card. They're nothing alike. Another Warren Moon. Troy Aikman, he's a lot more mobile than Troy Aikman, I will tell you that. Although they both have accuracy. Curtis says floor Geno, likely Dak, ceiling Burrow. We're hearing a lot of Dak. Someone says Watson. They don't play anything alike. More Burrow. Phillip Rivers, don't see that. More mobile than him. Justin Herbert, okay. Someone says himself, he's one of one. And then we get some more Joe Burrow. Someone says mix of Manning, Rodgers, and Brady. That person's got to be being funny. Anthony Wright. So there's a lot of Burrow. There's a lot of Goff. There's a lot of Dak, and I think those are good comparisons. By the way, look at him hoop a little bit. Step back, nasty. Who do you think CJ Stroud compares to? I like the Goff. I like the three comparisons that we hear the most. There's a lot of NFL people that say those as well. But what do you think? Who do you think CJ Stroud compares to when it comes down to it? But he gets his contract. He's going to be at camp. I'm going to be at camp as well, and I'm going to take you with me. Subscribe, like, ride along. Good times ahead. Training camp's going to get interesting. Appreciate everyone for coming through. No matter who CJ Stroud ends up being and no matter what goes down when it comes to this Texan stuff, we are all in this together. Have a good one.
On YouTube, you know what it is. Let's get it. Hey, locker room. Yeah, we in the locker room. Texas talk. Yeah, you know what we about to do. Localize every angle's what we really do. We the source, we the pulse of the city too. Landlocked, got the game in the headlock. Localize.